Hello and welcome to your Daily Five with Jane Gallina, also known as Airplane Jane. I am out there on social media on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, my website, cjanetrade.com. And if you ever have any questions about what you see or you want to reach out, please feel free to email me at jane@cjanetrade.com. All right, well, we have had a higher than expected rate hike from Fed Chairman Powell. And it looks like they are not looking to slow down until potentially 2023, if not even 2024. So where are people putting their money? I do follow the dark pool prints. We have seen massive selling. We're starting to see that potentially the Swiss National Bank is starting to trim their positions from the US market. So looking at that, where are people putting their money? If the Swiss bank is trimming their US position, what's that confidence going into the US market, the superpower that has 14 currencies pegged to the US dollar? Well, we saw Putin back the ruble with the gold. Putin is a petro powerhouse to the world. So I'm looking at the gold sector this week, looking at the gold contract. This is the weekly gold contract here. We do see that we have had a bit of buying power coming in, a buying wick over here on the weekly chart. We have held up above this 50 simple moving average on the weekly, looking for it to break up above 1880 for further confidence to the upside. However, metals during a time of financial turmoil tend to hold their value. So looking at these contracts, gold stocks, gold names in particular, for potential moves. I love the physical aspect. However, if you're not going to buy physical, let's look at the gold stocks. First up is going to be Yamana Gold, AUY. So this is our daily chart over here. We do see that we had some buying off of that $5 range, moving it to the upside. And when we look at the weekly, we can see we had big volume 2 weeks ago. However, we have just dipped below the 24 EMA. Are we going to be able to hold above it? It is at 515. So if we're able to hold above it, that gives me confidence that we are seeing some more buying pressure coming back into it. We had a little bit of a dead cat bounce, sell off, but we are rebounding up a bit, up above this 24 EMA on the weekly. Next, we have Barrick Gold as well. We saw some buying wicks this week, roughly at 1950. Right now, we do have that 24 EMA. We are battling that as a resistance on the weekly, on the daily, on the way down. And we have a nice gap here from 21 all the way up to 2180. On our weekly chart, we can see we had higher volume coming in with a buying wick at the bottom. Now our MACD, it looks like potentially we are in that downward trend, but I'm going to go ahead and pay attention to what's going on with the volume over here. So I would use 1950 as support. And once we can break up above 2050, look for that 2080 test and then further moves to the upside. We also have the Spider Gold Shares ETF. Again, this is our daily. We had a nice rebound off of roughly 165 area over here. Again, testing that 24 EMA resistance line on the way down. With our weekly chart, again, higher than expected volume off of the bottom. This could be a good indicator that the buyers are setting a new support level and are looking for this to move to the upside. So looking at GLD to break up above 172.50 and a nice confirmed move up above 175. Ego, gotta throw Ego in there. I do live in Canada. Ego is a Canadian-based mining company. So I do like Ego. It is well off of the tops, $5 off of the top, almost 60%, right? So 50%, excuse me. So looking for a bottom to be set in on Ego. We do not have that as of just yet. We had bigger selling pressure coming in. and looking for that. This is a little bit further away from that 24 EMA. However, I always look for those snapback moves, right? We have seen that it came back, rebounded up. Now I'm waiting for that bottom to be set. So Ego is not as advanced as, for example, GLD or GOLD, but a nice potential lower price one for potential moves in the future. Looking at it on the weekly chart, we can see that we have a bigger volume bar to the downside, but it has not had that bottom set in yet. So still watching this one for a bottom. Overall, gold and metals, physical metals, tend to be very good during a time of financial turmoil. If you can't invest in those, I do like the gold metal stocks. And as always, I do follow the dark pools. So if you are interested in joining us and learning more about the dark pools, please come over to the training pit at the dark pools. Thank you for watching your Daily 5 with Jane Gallina.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.